Hello, welcome back to Constitutional Drug Series. We will discuss today Lycopodium. This is Dr. Gayatri, BHMS and REBT counselor. So let's start with the physical appearance, how Lycopodium patient looks. Lycopodium is predominantly a male remedy. So physical appearance is medium tall built, skinny, gentleman look and behavior, grey hair, and looks older than what actually his age is. Brow is usually wrinkled as a result of chronic anxiety, and wearing beards is one of the characteristic. Upper body is mostly thin as compared to lower. Hips and legs are thin and enlarged abdomen is seen. So आप अगर कोई भी जेंटलमैन को ऑब्ज़र्व करे, थिन रहता है, इंटेलिजेंट रहता है, लिटिल बिट एंक्शियस उसका नेचर रहता है, सो वो पर्सनालिटी इज़ लाइकोपोडियम. विल जस्ट रीड आउट what is given in Philip Bailey. The classic Lycopodium physique is medium tall and skinny, and there is typical stoop shouldered personality. Chest is quite often sunken to some degree. Brow is frequently wrinkled as a result of chronic anxiety. Great many Lycopodiums men go bald at young age, so baldness is one of the feature, or we can say grey hairs. Wearing of beard is characteristic. Then there is the theme of virility or the lack of it. Great many Lycopodium men have little bodily hair. Ironically, they often take a very long time to grow a beard or mustache. Face is also squarish, broad muscular body type. Most of the Lycopodiums preserve a youthful appearance as they get older and often look boyish, which is a consequence of their emotional detachment. And summary as it is given, they are constitutionally thin. Quite few become obese in the later life because of drinking alcohol and eating lot of sweets, as Lycopodium desires sweet. In these cases, hips and legs are characteristically thin in comparison to enlarged abdomen. Yes, and another characteristic mentals, they are Lycopodium patients are people pleaser. They are very much anxious. They are bossy towards their juniors, and intelligent. Yes, they are intelligent, but they have this kind of anxiety whether my presentation will go proper or not, and this anxiety gets continued for a while and then later it goes off. Impotency is one of the keynote or lack of power. So Philip Bailey mentions here a very important keynote. You can see here impotency is a major characteristic. People pleaser personality. Then he has given some shades of Lycopodium. You can go through Philip Bailey. One more important thing is anger. Lycopodium is very much angry personality, little less than Nux vomica. If we compare Nux vomica and Lycopodium, Nux vomica is too much angry, but Lycopodium is, as compared to Nux, it is little less angry person. And if you want to give it to a female person, then physical appearance is upper body is thin and lower half is bulky, enlarged abdomen with enlarged or bulky thighs, and she is like a people pleaser personality with liking for sweets. Okay, next we will go to the first paragraph of Boric, and lots of keynotes are present in first paragraph only, so we will see that. Okay, it's a wonderful medicinal properties are only disclosed by trituration and succussion. The drug is given in nearly all cases where the Lycopodium fits as a constitutional, and mainly given for urinary and digestive disturbances, corresponds to Grover's carbonitrogenide constitution. It is adapted to especially to elements gradually developing, as it is a chronic remedy and we give it for chronic complaints. Functional power weakening with failures of digestive power, where the function of liver is seriously disturbed. Malnutrition, atony, mild temperaments of lymphatic constitution along with catarrhal tendencies. Old persons or young people who looks older, where the skin shows yellowish spots or the complexion, and uric acid diathesis. Symptoms characteristically run from right to left, as Lycopodium is a right-sided remedy, and the symptoms change their direction from right to left side. It is worse from about 4 to 8 pm. In kidney affections, there is red sand in urine, that is hematuria. Backache in the renal region, worse before urination. It is one of the keynote. Intolerant to cold drinks, desires hot drinks, craves everything warm. Best adapted to persons intellectually keen but physically weak or muscular power is lacking. Deep-seated progressive chronic diseases, carcinoma, emaciation, debility in morning. There is presenility, ascites in liver diseases. Patient is thin, withered, full of gas and dry, lacks vital heat, pain comes and goes suddenly. So this is the direction. For example, if person is suffering from headache or person is suffering from abdominal colic, then pain comes suddenly and goes suddenly. This is a characteristic symptom. So all these are keynotes. Now we will go to mind symptoms. There is lack of self confidence, as that of silica. There is anxious nature of this person because of stress or because of any new thing in the office, for example. So he is constantly under stress, or there is anticipatory anxiety present. Confused thoughts are there. Brain power is failing. Cannot bear to see anything new. He is anxious to take any new responsibility. This is very important feature of Lycopodium. Cannot read what he writes. Sadness in the morning. Afraid to be alone. And weeps when thanked. For example, if he has won any award and somebody is congratulating him on his achievement, then weeps, like he has this kind of रोना आता है उसको इमीडिएटली, कोई भी अगर उसको कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट या अप्रिशिएट करे तो. सो दिस इज़ द सिम्टम, वीपिंग while somebody is congratulating him or her. That is weeps when thanked. Head, shakes head without apparent cause, twists face and mouth, pressing headache on vertex, worse from 4 to 8 pm. 4 to 8 pm is a typical time modality of Lycopodium, where it is present in all the complaints. Headache is aggravated from lying down and from stooping. Throbbing is present. Headaches over the eyes in severe colds, and is better by uncovering. So it is similarly seen in sulfur. Vertigo, morning aggravation on rising, as similar as bryonia. It is given for alopecia areata or any other type of alopecia where there is great falling of hair. Also hairs fall out from beard too. So premature baldness, premature grey hair, excellent remedy if constitution completely matches. Given for eczema behind ears. Okay, so these 2-3 are clinicals. Styes on the lids near the internal canthus. For example, if patient is suffering from recurrent styes on the lids near internal canthus, then we can think of constitutionally giving Lyco. Night blindness and day blindness, eyes half open during sleep. This symptom usually you can observe in children, like 1 to 5 year old children, eyes half open during sleep. Ear complaints, there is yellowish thick offensive discharge, eczema about and behind ears, otorrhea, deafness with or without tinnitus, humming and roaring with hardness of hearing, there is echo present in ear. So it is given for chronic tinnitus. We can think of Lycopodium if physical personality and mental personality matches. Nasal complaints, sense of smell very acute, dryness is there, fluent coryza, snuffles of child, excellent remedy for snuffles of child as that of nux vomica. Fan like motion of Elanesi, face is withered, thin, emaciated, blue circles around eyes, eyebrows are wrinkled, brows are wrinkled as a result of chronic anxiety. Okay, tongue dry, black, cracked, swollen, teeth excessively painful to touch in cases of toothache, which is relieved by warm application. Ameliorated by cold application is cophia, where the patient is relieved by holding cold water in mouth, which gives temporary relief. There is dryness of mouth and tongue without thirst. So this is again a characteristic symptom. There is dryness of mouth, still the patient is thirstless. Throat, dryness of throat, food and drinks regurgitates through nose, inflammation of throat, better by warm drinks, as Lycopodium is also a chilly remedy, or the patient is chilly patient, so the complaints are better by warm drinks, and he also desires warm drinks, especially tea. There is diphtheria, deposits spread from right to left, worse cold drinks. Excellent remedy for digestive disturbances, dyspepsia due to farinaceous and fermentable food, aversion bread, desire for sweet things, sour irritations, there is great weakness of digestion, bulimia with much bloating, eating even slight causes fullness, so early satiety is there. Cannot eat oysters, there is incomplete burning irritations, rise only to pharynx, burning occurs for hours, sinking sensation, worse evening and night. Abdomen, immediately after a light meal, abdomen is bloated and full, so there is fullness kind of sensation even if eating a smaller quantity of meal. Hernia, mostly right side. Liver is sensitive. It can be given for liver complaints like fatty liver or hepatitis, etc. Nutmeg liver. Pain shooting across lower abdomen from right to left. Stool complaints, diarrhea, inactive intestinal canal, ineffectual urging for stool. Stools are hard and difficult. Can be given for hemorrhoids, painful to touch and aching. Another remedy is muriatic acid. Excellent remedy in right-sided renal colic or right-sided abdominal colic, where urine complaints are pain in back before urinating, seizes after flow, slow in coming, hematuria, that is red sand in urine, polyuria during night. Also given for enlarged prostate gland, premature emission, erectile dysfunction, impotency, etc. There is no erectile power. Other remedies are selenium, caladium, agnus, etc. So if constitutionally matches, then Lycopodium is very excellent remedy for these complaints and these clinical symptoms. Female complaints, menses too late, lasts too long, too profuse, dryness of vagina, coition painful, right ovarian cyst, or PCOD complaints, thyroid problems, etc. Varicose veins, leukorrhea is occurred with burning. It can be also given for discharge of blood from genitals during stool. So rectovaginal fistula, we can give a supportive kind of treatment. For chronic respiratory complaints, we can think of giving Lycopodium. Dyspnea, cough worse, going downhill, hollow, deep, expectorations, thick, yellowish, salty, bloody, catarrh of chests in infants. Then heart complaints, palpitations at night, cannot lie on left side. Other remedies are spigelia, phosphorus, natromure, etc. Back complaints, pain in the small of back. It is same as rustox and sepia. Extremities, numbness, tearing sensation, especially while at rest or at night. Tearing pain in shoulders and elbow joint. Profuse sweat of the feet. Pain in heel on treading as from a pebble. Painful callosities on soles, like corns, for example. Sciatica worse right side, cannot lie on painful side. Hands and feet numb, right foot hot and left cold. It is difficult to find, but if you find it, then you can think of giving it. Cramps in calves and toes, as similar to sulfur. Limbs go to sleep, that is numbness, twitching and jerking present. It is a very good skin remedy also. Eczema, psoriasis, acne, alopecia complaints, all complaints are covered under Lycopodium. Violent itching and fissured eruptions are present. Brown colored spots and freckles are present. There are secretions, if present, they are offensive. An offensive perspiration of feet and axilla, like that of sepia and cilicia. But sepia, it is present mostly in axilla, and cilicia, the perspiration is cold and present in palms and soles. And cilicia perspiration is too much offensive if compared to both. Modalities: worse right side, 4 to 8 pm aggravation, amelioration by warm applications, motion, and from being uncovered. All the complaints like throat or gastric, they are aggravated by cold drinks or cold food. Okay. Complementary, it acts beneficially after calcarea and sulfur. If you know, there is a cycle called SCL cycle, sulfur, calcarea and Lycopodium. So it is, complementary cycle. So after sulfur you should give calcarea, then you should give Lycopodium, and then again sulfur. So this is called as SCL cycle. Once again, we'll just in short summarize the characteristics. Craves for warm drinks, craves for tea. Upper body is thin, lower body is bulky. Gentleman look, gentleman behavior. Brows are wrinkled as a result of anxiety. So there is an anticipatory anxiety present. Medium tall build, given for renal calculi, given for sciatica, majorly given for digestive disturbances and hepatic troubles also. Right sided remedy, chili remedy, deep seated and chronic remedy, given for alopecia, bald hairs, premature graying of hairs, male complaints such as impotency, erectile dysfunction, enlarged prostate, etc. Intellectually, patient is keen but physically weak, muscular power lacks. So there is lacking of stamina, there is desire to be in company, fear to be alone. These are again some of the keynotes. Lycopodium personality is people pleaser kind of personality. They want or they try to impress others. Hurried nature personality is one of the keynote, or we can say stressful personality. weak memory and confused thoughts, they are also present. Extremely sensitive to external impressions, very much angry personality and dominative towards juniors. So he is very people pleaser kind of personality towards the boss, like their seniors. He is very much obedient and very much people pleaser kind of personality in front of his boss, but towards his juniors he will be very angry and dominating kind of personality. Usually thin built, medium tall, and desires for sweet, with distended abdomen, lot of gas present in the abdomen, and bloating is present. Yes, so this is Lycopodium. You can compare it with silicia, sulfur, calcarea, carb, etc. If any doubt, you can comment. We will discuss it further. Thank you.